The bed is cold. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is under your thrumming eyelids. You see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillow is a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's something to do with, what your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you.
Итак, всем привет, с вами канал Play Games, с вами продолжаем играть диско Elysium Final Cut. Так, и в прошлой серии что, мы сперли ботинки, охуительные ботинки с трупа сняли. Так, и короче, что, и мы пошли спать, я пошел спать, лег, и тут какой-то пиздец происходит. Это нам сон снится, да, я так полагаю? Так, давайте пойдем дальше. Ёб твою мать. Нежданчик. Мусорка открыта, кстати.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Я ничего не
Do
помню
you
про детство.
remember your wife's hand on your face?
Чью жену?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs?
Помнишь тепло ее
Between
бедер
her
у нее
legs
между
and
ног,
in her mouth?
во рту? Ага, понятно, говорят они, короче. Про кунилингус, я понял.
You know who I am.
Знаешь, что я плохой день, когда
On the
все еще
bad day.
предложишь ей, а вечером
The
не
one where
дороги.
you ask her, and then later in the streets, reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me.
Что значит я ушел?
Oh no, funky baby, you
Ты остался,
stay.
что все остальное. Ты
It was
просто
the
я
rest
одной
of it
рукой
that
бутылку
lived.
держал, другой яйца чесал,
Or you
одна
just
уходила.
tell me,
Жи
where are
какая,
your
твои друзья.
friends? Human beings
Короче,
have
депрессивная
friends,
хуйня
Harry
какая-то
boy.
начинается.
Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times you failed
Ты
Elysium.
подвел Elysium. Что такое Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6. No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin.
Так.
You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed
Вот
rises
это
to
классно. У
meet
него,
you.
блядь, мозг
I
выдает.
think so something is wrong.
Лимбическая система. Я не знаю, что такое лимбическая система.
This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thought.
Какое нахуй похмелье?
Some kind of
Какой еще вид во мне есть?
new type of hangover.
Что нет?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Так, пора просыпаться. Хорошо. Блядь. Так. Wake up. Wake up, wake up. Это что такое, кстати? Разбитое стекло. И чего он не встает? А, ну это всегда так, всегда так. Утром просыпаешься и хуй охуевает. Это разбитое стекло, кстати.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just a dream. You mean, why are you so tired?
Электрохимия, так,
Too
вернемся к
tired
химии.
and down to even think?
Так, почему нам не
It
дают
is worrying,
уныние,
isn't it?
усталость говорить?
You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Почему
It's just
всегда
that your
происходит?
heart has finally pumped all the speed. Don't do that. Stay strong.
Сила
The
воли.
hangover will wear
Ну
off.
это чисто я по утрам
You
тогда
don't need to
говорю.
keep doing
Ага.
this to yourself.
С электрохимией и сила воли потом вступает в разговор. Детективство
Of
моя жизнь, да.
course, Martinez is. You and Speed will be happy again.
Да, блядь, я же
You
сказал,
will
не
make
хочу
her come
спид. Я
home.
думал сделать так, чтобы не было
This
спидов.
time, it will be different. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind, the shards face outward. Whatever broke, a fine web of scarring covers the back of your right. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. And maybe, just maybe, you succeed. Or maybe you were trying to smash your own.
Ага, я в кого-то целился, понятно. Хорошо, ладно. Угу. Сваливаем. Так, дальше что у нас создание? Закройте шлюз в среду, заплатите. Вам нужно найти 20 реалов, чтобы заплатить. Деньги есть. Блять, а подожди. Владейте спиды и разгоните кровь. Не будем Кима будить, свалим без него. Я пытался выбрать вариант, где типа не надо. Охуеть, чё? Открылся новый район. А с этим чё? Где он? Подожди. Он наш, сука, ждет уже внизу. А почему мы с фонариком ходим как дебил? Курнуть можем? Не можем. Почему-то. Ладно. Журнал, что нам дает? Внушение, эмпатия. Бля, опять авторитет, сука, снимается. А, он эмпатию дает, кстати, с эмпатией. Авторитет у нас хромает. Надо убрать футболку, наверное, и что-нибудь надеть. Угу. У нас сумрак, скорость реакции плохая, авторитет у нас хуёвый из-за этой хуйни. Ладно, давай поговорим с ним. Доброе утро, братан.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly
Так, они выглядят
enthusiastic
неуправляемо,
about
это мы
Garcia
в
being
курсе.
here. They prefer to be policed by the union. The men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. In fact, even everything points to the dock workers union. The belt used for hanging him. Tracks in the map, which may, of course, one more
Ладно,
thing before.
так.
A power move. But aren't you
Хорошо, сильный ход.
curious
Сначала
to know
целим
what
кран,
they have
стрелять
to
на других
say
задачах.
about the murder?
They're in no hurry.
Так, они никуда не торопятся, пока они никуда не торопятся. О, бабушка, давай поздороваемся с ней. Скажем привет.
Just a moment. And there's...
The closest phone.
It's fine.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the
The union office probably has a phone, but I
Зачем?
can't really
Так,
get there.
так, до будки
Or to the phone
алгоритмов.
booth down the
Так, стоп,
coast.
что с телефоном
The
в танцах?
manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him at all, but you have more important things to worry about. Oh dear. I'm not sure where
Так, мы
to
сейчас
begin.
будем искать ее мужа теперь.
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes...
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than
Жена
you,
скорее
but with
Настя.
a
Длинные
larger
серые седые
frame,
волосы,
and he
редко
has
расчесанные,
longish
можно
white
The
даже...
lieutenant pulls
Так,
out.
хорошо,
One
мы
other
найдем
thing.
его.
He'll
Пойдем.
likely have all kinds of... I hope I've been used. Just
Что за
some field
экспедиция?
work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist, but they should have returned by now. They were just going
Вдоль
down the
берега
coast
недалеко от
across the
шлюза
water
они
lock
пошли.
to set a few...
The waterlock. That was broken. Could
Шлюз,
this
он
be
был
it?
сломан. Может, они там застряли?
Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the...
This
Да,
will
найдем
surely
мужа и
lead to a
скажем ему об этом.
cryptozoological mystery. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what...
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him
Узнаем
here at
что-то
the
о
Whirling.
каком-то крутом насекомом.
So
Ну,
tangled up
классно,
in his
здорово.
work that he may not know the water lock's been...
Да,
Oh,
прими
you're
это
such a
здание.
dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Что за
Oh,
насекомые они
sweetie,
ищут?
it's fascinating. But
Вдруг
I
там
shouldn't
огромный,
bore you
блядь,
with...
таракан, сука, 2 метра,
gives
мне
you
придется с ним
a
стреляться
sideways
мне из
glance.
пистолета.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Привиденьевые. Привиденьевые.
Phasmatopia. A diverse group of insects whose
Палочка,
bodies
листики,
resemble
всякое
twigs,
такое. Хрена с
leaves,
листовидками.
that sort of thing.
Круто,
Ghost
здорово.
insects.
А я начинаю думать о
Colloquially.
привидениях. Фазматодея. Они скрытые, да, какие-то.
Oh yeah.
Это
Where
интересно,
other
да.
phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps...
To be honest,
Да,
this animal
открою вместе с
sounds
вами
like
с
I
радостью.
smell pseudoscience, he's thinking.
It's simply elusive.
establishment. I thought so.
Он опасный или нет?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself?
Он
So
ценный?
I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the
У него
money
есть крутые
it has.
способности.
It can blend in
Он с
almost
тростником
perfectly
сливается, ладно.
among the reeds. It's how it... Well, some
Почему вы думаете, что он
teenagers
здесь?
making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a
Подростки его
brief
видели.
article in a local newspaper about
Обжимавшиеся в
their
тростнике.
encounter with
Классно.
a ghost insect
Фантом
that looks like the reeds. Of course, most
Так, ну
phasmids...
хорошо.
Oh dear. I'm afraid Morel can explain it all.
Ваш муж
Oh,
ученый?
yes.
Зоолог.
It's a
Cryptozoolog.
pseudoscience that attempts to
Псевдонаука из
legitimize...
непонятных,
That's
ладно.
one of...
My apologies, ma'am.
It's not searching for...
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Про каких криптидов мы расскажем?
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth...
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. And I don't.
Or he'll be
Не слушаем Кима,
disappointed.
изучаем криптиды.
Tough choice there.
Какой криптид
That
самый
would be the
большой?
giant of Kokonur.
Коконурский великан.
The giant lives
Да,
in the
минутка
most
зоологии
arid
началась,
parts of
да?
the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren
Коконур,
wastes.
Южной Самаре. Самара находится в России, так, хорошо.
Mirage or a psychogenous luminance.
Он опасный
The
или нет?
towering luminosity of Kokonur is a
Дурной
bad
знак,
omen in
ага.
local folklore. No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the...
Hooey. No animal can be that.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of science.
Конкурсный
There
великан.
are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a
Great. This is great shit. You need
Все,
more.
просто заебись, надо еще.
Gravity anomaly?
Самый маленький криптит
You
какой?
promised you'd only ask about one creature.
Ничего не обещал тебе.
The lieutenant paused. Something in him.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have more
А
cryptids.
ладно, все, Киму уломали. Послушать
Well,
насчет
the
криптидов.
smallest cryptid is the Cryobacter
Одноклеточная
catlensis,
бактерия,
a
охуеть.
unicellular bacterium. It was discovered in one
Так, я понял.
bacterial colony Mijanu found had remained alive while Mijanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study.
Чего, блядь?
No doubt in hopes
Колола
of
бактерии
yes,
себе,
the
серьезно?
bacteria had survived in
ладно,
the ice
нахуя?
since times immemorial.
Что ее вдохновило?
It's actually a little hard to see. But do go on.
А что ее вдохновило-то, блядь? А, то, что, типа, она жила во льду, типа, она жила и не умирала. Ну, блядь, она не умирала, потому что она во льду, наверное.
Yes, and she's quite mad too. After she treated
Она
herself
прекратила
with the
даже стареть.
bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became. We can assume that she has been living somewhere.
Что
in
за
the-
невидимые
What an
криптиды? Я
interesting
знаю, кстати.
question.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mamadakwa.
Кол до мама да.
Name means thin whisper of
Тихий
sound,
шепот — это
and
именно то
that's
и есть само
precisely what it
средоточие, все
is.
звуковые волны невидимые и
Self-replicating sound
неосязаемые.
waves,
Он
invisible
начинает говорить,
and
поэтому его сложно
intangible.
уловить. Это, что, наверное, у нас в голове у нашего
can
капитана.
also be translated as a whisper, light and low.
А мы знаем, как это даже переводится. Или она нам это сказала?
Yes, that's another translation. They're both quite lovely,
Откуда мы знаем
aren't
такой
they?
язык?
Although the low part is a little ironic.
Шепот
The
тихо
Col de
шелестящий.
Mamadakwa makes, or
Она сказала
rather
тихий
is,
шепот.
such a high-pitched sound that other animals, including humans, can't hear it.
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be?
Many scientists have asked. It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives. Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagite ornithologists, that is, when playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed the scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns.
She transforms when speaking about these
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mama.
Так,
They grew
продолжайте.
quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish sequester, time, joscan.
Чего они нас боятся, давай
is a
узнаем.
sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, they tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the mama.
This lady
Так, и
really
что происходит, когда два
should
звука
She's
сталкиваются?
really good at the explain.
Да, она реально
They
объясняет всё.
cancel each other out.
Они гасят друг друга.
Exactly.
А,
And these tests were performed
Просто
so
гасит, понятно.
recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency,
чего,
Well.
блядь?
Great regret washes over her.
Звуками уничтожили
The wind
популяцию, охуеть.
after that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability.
I'm glad you did, dear.
Давай.
What about what?
Какой криптид самый
The
опасный?
gnome
Жеромский
of
гном.
Jeroma.
Звучит не слишком страшно,
it
да.
is. None of his victims survived. It was
Охуеть.
reportedly a small creature with web. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed this. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature
Господи,
was
страшная
found,
история, зря
why
спросил.
aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde. Instead, All the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid,
Ой, блядь.
dissolving the creature itself.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient? Sure, a perfectly good explanation.
Of course, dear.
You know,
Of course, officers.
Я вроде все узнал
Of
о
course.
криптидах. Пока уходим. Так, пойдем за спидами. Так, с этой мы потом поговорим. Все, за спидами, потом пойдем поговорим. Так, это что такое?
Was that? Could it be the Koldamama Dakwa? There seems to be an extremely
Я слышу
high-pitched
музыку
ring.
только.
Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What? There it is again. You're about to read. It must be very close. Maybe. Oh no. The sound. No. Too late. It's gone. Keep your ears peeled then. If the species really has migrated to
Это что еще такое?
Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
А, блядь. Надо открыть новую ячейку, сука, нужен навык. Я дебил, забыл про них. Ладно, потом изучим. Все, погнали за спидами. Закройте шлюз, найдите деньги. Ой, блядь, денег не заплатил, сука, за номер. Теперь придется каждый день платить, ёб твою мать. А так вообще не платили. Опять забастовка здесь. Каждый день одна забастовка. Так, мне нужны спиды. Смотрим.
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Oh,
Так, спиды, где спиды-то, в каком отделе?
A
Какой
small
ящик?
cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Так,
They
магний,
all
магний,
bear the
магний,
Saint
магний.
Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
okay, here. I hope. Okay, here.
Давай
I hope
так.
Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Так, спиды, у нее есть спиды-то вообще.
A colorful display of
Again, I'm obliged to inform you
Так.
that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Водка, так. Давай водку, блядь. А спиды давай узнаем.
Speed, like speed.
of course not. Frit is an establishment that acts within the law.
А где мне
That
взять
all,
спиды?
detective?
Давай
Here you
водку,
go,
блядь.
mister.
Бля, за 30 баксов водку купил. Бля, не змея, вам казалось, 3 бакса стоит. Ладно, так, а здесь что?
to the
Вроде
left
всё
of some
купили.
cross.
Все, так, погнали. С водярой, ты что мы можем сделать? Че, можем ёбнуть водку? Что на нее выпивается? Как ее выпить? Так,
Looking
может
for
он знает.
something odd? I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's... Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Rivachel West. You don't run Martin. You're all bark and no bark.
You mean La Puta Madre?
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably... Looks like the lieutenant has a plan.
Давай план все сделаем.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with...
Yeah, they're his little bitches.
Так, круто,
He's
кем
got them all over the
договариваемся?
unions.
Так,
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking...
You're not
Промолчим, так,
peonies.
пусть
You
Kingston сам
wouldn't be
сделает.
investigating a
Можем
drug
водку, кстати,
thing
верно.
if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's driver, it's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But
За
a
Padre
stupid
Madre мы
fucking
узнали, да, на
racist is
кто он
standing
такая?
in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
так, ну давай продолжим.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Блять, про труп ты опять забыл, на труп было увести все
The lieutenant turns and gives you. I softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the
А
job.
его нахер послал, сука. Низкие шансы сумрака теперь у меня.
It's about not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge. I'm not the only one. People who've studied these things have said that you and me. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers.
Давай подыграем, типа мы поддержим, на самом деле мы не поддерживаем.
Good. If we, the evening people, pull together.
Lieutenant Kitsaragi's stern expression remains oh no, not too happy.
Так, шансы увеличились.
It's not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might... People who've studied these things...
Oh?
Go right ahead.
Lieutenant Kitsaragi's stern expression. Not a lot of moral fiber on this
Так,
one
надо
yet.
увеличить как-то
Wriggled
сумрак.
out of it.
До скорого. Так, что убирает сумрак? Мне надо что-то, что убирает сумрак. Это уберем. На что-то, чтобы это, блядь, сука... Пока вот так оденемся. Ну-ка, теперь какие у нас будут шансы?
Looking for something odd?
Шансы
Don't you
42.
tell me to fuck off again? Oh, not
Что
much
переводишь?
anymore. The strike. Oh, the apples. Fine.
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest. You were bested.
Oh, not much anymore. Apples.
Ладно.
Fine.
He's given you.
Потом с ним поговорим. Так, как водку ёбнуть? Почему я не могу выпить водки? Так, это что ты хочешь там
When you
сказать?
said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest? Or were you just trying to win his confidence? I suppose that's a relief.
Прям
Just
при
be
нем же
careful
говорим,
how
и сейчас
often
слышь,
you open
мужик,
yourself.
сука.
And one more thing.
Скажи, что,
As you've
охуенно?
seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite common. I've had this conversation enough times in my...
Так, теперь нам куда надо бы пойти? Угу. Узнать про одну даму. Наверное, вот этот чел нам расскажет про эту даму. Ну-ка, интересно, он знает ее? Потихонечку, сейчас узнаем потихоньку. Так, он нам ничего не может сказать. Ладно, сваливаем. Туду. Так, давай, блядь, спускайся. Пойдем, короче, знаете куда? К трупу. К трупу пойдем. Водку-то как выпить, я не понимаю. Опа-на, это что за женщина, как она здесь появилась? Как с ней побазарить? А, да, которая-то... А как она сюда зашла? Где вот этот вход, кстати, я не могу понять. Ну-ка, с Куно можем еще раз поговорить или нет?
Kuno care?
Недостаточно, ладно. Все, поговори, давай к трупу подойдем. Все, упакуем труп.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Бля, ну у нас нет времени, короче, его еще раз обыскивать. Ну-ка, давай попробуем, может,
You
сработает.
run your
Неудача.
hands over the victim's cold body.
Навыков,
His
что у нас
limbs,
нету, мы не можем
his
ничего
torso
качать,
with
нет
its
у нас.
swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more
Да,
secrets
тут
concealed
что-то
in
есть.
the flesh before you.
Что-то здесь есть, что-то в нем есть.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate
Она
the body
заморожить.
if we want to conduct
Ага.
another examination. It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the...
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. Or remember the
Так, где я
button on the
холодильники мог видеть? Бля, не
intercom
видел нигде
on the
холодильник.
side of the building next to the whirling? One was
Ice
for
City.
Revachol Ice City.
Давай еще раз глянем на
This is one
тело.
task we cannot sideline. With every
Поторопись.
art,
Soon, you'll be looking for clues in a pile of sludge.
Заблокировано, сука. А, блядь, там еще был какой-то вариант. Надо было, можно подойти было или в штаны залезть и можно было какие-то.
Shoot, Looney
Так,
would
мертвец нам
come
больше
back
ничего не
late.
скажет. Айс-Сити какой-то. Да, Куна, давай его спросим еще раз, Куна, может он что знает.
Fuck does Kuno care?
У тебя есть
Fucking
пиды?
right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kid. Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the
He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to befriend him first.
for the fucking.
Так, где
Good
холодильник
thing you
взять?
asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing. Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno. Bacon man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno?
Так, мусор не спешит. На
What's
чем
the
тут
return on
профит
Kuno's
Куна? Он скорее
investment?
руки на игры, как это бьется инвестициями. Двор без трупа, тебе больше не знаком. Так, однажды я благодарю за информацию. Сейчас. Блять, не надо. Так, давай, так, риторика, так. А равные шансы. Однажды давай попробуем.
Kuno's a
Блядь,
poor kid
неудача,
from a poor
хуёво.
neighborhood. Say your job is on the line. He'll sympathize.
The fuck are you doing right now?
Don't pay attention to him. Just keep telling your sad story.
Так, давай у него. На
it's not
сочувствие
that
давим.
dramatic. We can just
Да,
send
на
the body to
сочувствие.
processing.
Kuno's never seen anything so lame. Listen, pig. If you were Kuno, the fuck would you care? Stop shitting yourself in front of the Kuno. Kuno thought you were some kind of
Why don't we go pester some other kids now?
Я реально, сука, блядь, какой-то нытик, сука, пиздец.
That's
Даже в
actually
игре,
not such
блядь.
a bad idea. Kids do see stuff.
The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fucking's got one big thing. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant.
Бля,
The
подожди, у
armor's
него
too
же
big
голова,
for
у него
any
же
man.
голова висит, блядь, мумифицированная, не разлагающаяся. Может, это использовать на тело, чтобы тело тоже не разлагалось.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea. Rugby. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly
Troubadour усатый.
cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor
Ага,
shit.
так, на
Come in.
бронему знаю.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel.
Fuck are you talking about? What is
Кутази,
this
чё, блядь,
contusion
контузия.
shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make
Uh-huh.
you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is
You hear the lieutenant hum.
probably climbed. You heard Kuno. I don't mess up.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp or
Сити
science
есть в
fiction novel.
Why
Киберпанке
you gotta
только.
be riding Kuno's ass? You wanna know where Kuno was?
Don't tell him that, Kuno.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's city. Night City.
lame.
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't
It's impossible to deduce.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp. Just a couple of.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty.
You're testing.
Get lost.
Давай сменим тему, так.
The fuck do you want with it? Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
What?
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself.
Если обсираю реально перед этим куном, блядь.
Well played. No one saw that coming.
Отличный ход, да? Теперь охуеть это. Все-таки надо себя обсирать перед куном, надо давить на его жалость.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. Yeah? To the both of you, watch your ass in Kuno's town. Oh, good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Fucking right, pig. Don't be yanking your shit.
He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to befriend him first.
Да бля, хуй знает, как с ним подружиться, он меня заебал. Так, быстро в Ice Age нахуй идем. Ту-ту-ту-ту. Бля, водку нельзя ёбнуть. Так, ну-ка. Авторитет у нас падает, эмпатия заебись. Эмпатия нам нужна, инструменты. Вот это пока врубим. Как использовать? Как водку-то использовать? Я не знаю, блядь. Почему-то не получается водку использовать. Охуеть, я улучшил. Ебать, все получилось. Так, теперь что? Теперь научились использовать. Так, здорово.
What a funny little cat. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? What is he? Your mother? Is Kim your au pair? Slurp it. Slurp the morsel of
Давай
danger.
втягиваем.
You suck a manly dose of
Улучшили
the
психику.
extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all
Пиролидон мы
gone.
использовали. Бля, охуенно. На вкус как
It
лекарство от
tastes
радиации,
like
именно.
many things, all melting into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world's not really. It's just a metaphor. The effect this warmth,
Теплый эффект идет.
it
от
makes
этой
you want to
хуйни.
share your discovery with Kim. Why not? This government-developed
Нихуя.
substance seems
Классное
very
лекарство от радиации.
non-intrusive. You could even operate. Already, you can tell you're going to be slurping a lot more Pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that if you can keep the vomit in. Because it sort of also makes you want to...
В смысле, блевать тянет. Так, надо... Вот, так, звоним.
An old
Ищем слово
coordinates
ice,
with a
ice,
matrix
ice,
of push
ice,
buttons
ice,
lists all the companies in the East.
Реваншая
Silence. Silent. Silence.
Блядь, нихуя нам нету. Так, авторитет, электрохимия. Кого я там хотел? Квабрилистику прокачать. Повышаем уровень квабрилистики. Все здорово. Так, что еще есть? Детственные части брони. Мы знаем, у кого спросить насчет часть брони. Это ладно, карта. Похуй на карту, блядь. У нас же была карта. У меня открывалась, но я видел. Так, это похуй на эти, короче. Похуй на эти мысли. Так. Холодильник есть, я знаю, где он должен быть, на кухне. На кухне должен быть холодильник. Так, давай вот с ним. О, бля, давай с ним поговорим, короче. Может, не
The
очень...
man ponders his... The man keeps shaking his head.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear. He's from Grad, a Koiko.
With the mention of the word Koiko, he's happy for some reason. He's from Grad. People from Grad don't mind if they're called by their national derogatives. It's okay to call it...
Why am I the corpse? Doesn't matter. I don't think he understood us anyway. He wouldn't be smiling if he did.
Oh, no. Body no fit, Fridge. Fridge more. No. I...
Listen to him. This is a man who clearly knows...
Okay, we have our answer. It won't fit.
The man takes another drag of his cigarette. And it doesn't matter. Europe, you can always talk your way out if things go sour. The man, it doesn't matter. You can always talk your...
Это что такое? Что за ведро?
This industrial gas power...
What are you planning to do? Throw a dinner party?
Whatever you had planned, the stove is
Так, беседу потом завершим. Так,
You see a heavy steel. The door, the cobalt blue.
Бля, странная дверь, блядь, она меня напрягает. Так, холодильник не открыть. Бля, боты хуй помыть. Денег надо заплатить.
Can I help you? Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse. Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here. Because this is a culinary establishment.
The kitchen is close by.
It would only be...
Lieutenant!
Wow. Turn the lieutenant off like he was a busted old rake.
Let's go.
Got the 20 rand. Good. You got...
Take it easy on him.
Так, деньги уходят у нас. Так. Деньги у нас уходят, пиздец. Ну-ка, давай еще раз поговорим с
The
ним.
man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you the man.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to... What are you doing?
The cook looks at you doing the charade. The cook says something. It's quite animal.
Why am... Doesn't matter. I don't think he understood it.
Oh.
Listen to him. This is a man.
Okay. We have...
Блядь, да как? Мне надо
man
упаковать
ponders
труп.
his
Да, бля,
banana.
разреши,
I
чувак,
don't
брат.
think he understands. Why am I... Doesn't matter.
Чё, все
What are you
диалоги я
doing?
The cook
использовал?
looks. The cook
Так,
says.
ладно,
Oh.
ладно.
No.
Listen to him.
Okay.
Ладно, так, уходим. Так, где холодильник мне достать? Может, у нее есть, кстати, холодец.
Let me handle this. Officer Discotheque? Still wondering if...
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Sure. You were curious. I'm not a... So let's get to it.
Может, она та дама, которая
You're looking for
наркотиками
Titus
торгует?
Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our...
She says nothing.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
She looks as if pondering whether to.
Anodic dance music.
Оно, ну,
You wouldn't get
танцевальную
it.
музыку.
It's beyond the horizon for...
You will never be able to experience it the way she does. She's even a bit sad. She means it's part of the future you won't experience. There is nothing a determined man could not achieve.
No, not Disco. Disco is undead. I guess it's fair to say you guys have it on life support. Helm Dellerman.
Так я тоже Хем
Hilda
Дельман.
is a reference to the northern. Sorry.
No. No, not... Look, it's beyond...
You will. She means it's part of the future.
Let's. What you want is of no significance, officer.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to.
What are we going to do to you?
You were specifically asked not to say that. And then
The Union
похуй,
isn't
то,
going
что я
to
спросил.
do anything to you.
Ага.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But
Что такое
aggressive,
агрессивное?
you make your living enforcing... Listen, you moral intern lackeys.
Ой, ясь одна
You're a
грубая,
mob.
блядь, пиздец. на неё.
Enforcing the unlawful
Бля, надо её
privatization
арестовать,
of
короче.
Revachol. 20
Она
fat
помогала,
men in
теперь
the
на какой-то
Occident are
мрази стала,
stealing
блин.
it all. And you're their bodyguard.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask. Or get back to your commanders. Let's.
Поговорю с Титом. Это Тит? Или тот, кто там? Это Тит. Ну-ка. Хуй знает, хуй знает. Так. Осталось 20 минут. 20 минут использования. Хорошо, здесь сколько осталось? 30 минут. копами не очень любят общаться, так понял. Подожди, я могу типа одеть футболку, а мне будет грубая сила трепет, минус авторитет. Ладно, мне и так минус авторитет. А, тут нихуя нету. Давай поговорим с этим чуваком. Может, он что нам расскажет.
This is where you say your best.
Тит, это Тит как раз.
Detective.
Oh, this is about.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there.
I can't for the life of me understand.
You might want to start asking your questions.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Do a head count first. Connect these men, starting from the right. Boot size 44.
Так,
Blonde
давай
man sitting
осмотрим.
on his right. Across
Так.
at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. A symmetric burn on his
Где как
neck,
раз баба
resembling
остается, вот она,
notice, and
которая
then
черная.
standard working
Темнокожая.
boot. Steel reinforced toes. The emblem on his vest says Rowan in the far corner. Standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size on his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41 with the light
мутный, у
stick.
него всё-таки
Not a
такой размер
child.
маленький.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors. Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything.
Я 8-й.
Hit them with
Харди.
questions.
The fuck is with you, fella? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy?
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talk.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she.
Это она,
and you don't
8-я,
like us talking
понятно.
about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a... You're not cops here. Don't go dick...
Good. We are all watching each other.
There's no point in pushing.
The pretty boy. You got...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter
Так,
to
почему
discuss
там,
with you.
блядь, нахуй ботинки одни?
These boots. We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
Это шутка или нет?
Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's what... Goddamn right.
Признается в убийстве или нет?
No. These 7
Нет.
honest men
Семь
have
честных людей,
equally
ага.
come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his hole. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye
Вы
contact.
признались в убийстве, я вас забираю. Могу я так сделать? Давай поговорим
Wise
спокойно
move.
сначала.
You made the right choice there.
Охуел?
He's grateful. Just a little, somewhere down there. You didn't force him
Я
to
сём
up.
базарит, как со мной криво. Пизда ему, короче, сейчас будет. Как вы его
We
убили?
hanged him up by his neck. Until...
Didn't they teach you anything at the...
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
Как говорили, то, что приходит в голову, не всегда нужно говорить.
Maybe wrap it up instead? Are you deaf? There will be no singling. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Who do you fucking think does?
It wasn't a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid...
This asshole is worse than...
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Так, он сдал
There are
своего.
some administrative differences.
Он сдал своего
But
чела
on
и
that
сказал,
night,
что
they all acted
мутный
as
сдал его.
one
Так.
man. You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way.
Known him? We don't.
Yeah!
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier?
Joyce Messier,
The representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking
Погрузочные
against?
компании, против которой вы бастуете.
I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say.
Так,
That's
козу из
enough
Пайнс.
insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How many people have you sent to the Shades?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in
Я не
Revachol
понимаю, он
under
реально
the
признался в
coalition.
убийстве,
Or
что
send
ли?
them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary?
He's clearly been in solitary confinement.
So is hanging a man, slowly, without break.
How many people?
Chaise
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Doesn't remember them.
Ain't no use keeping us. Why?
Почему вы его убили?
Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And so am I. Now, how?
countless lines
Ты
separate
охуел
life
про город?
and death.
Сука.
What
Why? Cause he was worthless mercenary. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that.
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's God."
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA.
We couldn't believe it either. But he fucking did. Right there. Like...
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed
Помогал стак,
raped one,
одну изнасиловал,
harassed
мешал
workers,
рабочим.
threatened to
Ну,
kill
кто-то
some.
сказал, да, то, что
Warning.
труп на дереве, это какой-то мудак. Был при жизни.
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets me.
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of "Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Охуеть.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah.
Успели
He and
отбить.
Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
No. You're not getting the name. That's a mark.
There's
Сам
nothing
ты,
you
сука,
can do for
клоун.
him. He's stonewalling you.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your...
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Son, I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to third-degree murder. Even if...
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear
Какую я
from us.
слабость проявил? Не
We
понял. Что-то я не
law
понял, где я
officials.
слабость проявил.
You're lucky
Что-то я
we
этого не
didn't get
заметил.
beaten. Again. About fucking time.
Авторитет нужен, блядь. Что-то я не понял, где я, сука, слабость проявил при нашей встрече с ним. Не помню. А что там Ким скажет?
Yes?
Опа-на, тут что за бабки валяются? Можем спиздить. Охуеть. Деньги нам всегда нужны.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Ты
I am
девица
not
Харди?
You could be Liz. You could be anything.
even a mod.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debut.
So fucking what? Lots of
No, Glenn, they aren't.
It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Так, ясно. У нас, сука, дохуя заданий. Как я должен свой поднять авторитет? Я не ебу. Что нам авторитет убирает? Убирает. Это нам нахуй. Ну-ка, теперь можем с ним поговорить еще раз?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Так. Да нихуя, короче, нам надо авторитет хуй пойми как поднимать, я не знаю. Давайте, короче, пойдем теперь на верхний этаж и посмотрим, что у нас есть наверху. Наверх, 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 наверх. Так. Заходим наверх. Это попробуем пройти. Нихуя. Как та баба забралась на крышу, у меня вопрос. Ким, дверь свою не откроешь? Как она поднялась туда? Вот как к ней пройти? Вот как? Где, сука, вход? Я не понимаю. Как туда пройти? Странно. Или что это? Она через свой номер зашла туда? Как это сделать можно? Вот дверь есть. Но эта дверь, наверное, к Киму. Или подожди. Ну-ка, Ким, пойдем со мной.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape and not to send any of the where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him.
Таков мой путь, да. Не можем нихуя мы сделать. Короче, думаю, что надо как-то, блядь, найти вход на крышу. Но я не могу его найти, не понимаю. Вон там план был, кстати. Может, эта дверь все-таки синяя открылась теперь? Ну-ка, давай попробуем. Ладно, короче. Давайте тогда на этом закончим. Поэтому спасибо за просмотр. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки. Всем удачи, всем пока. Увидимся в следующей серии, как говорится. Так, а как пройти-то на крышу реально? Как туда зайти? Я хуй знает. Тут же нет нигде двери другой.